They said war would make them heroes. They said they'd come home with medals on their chests, pride in their hearts. But when the whistle blew and the ground shook beneath their boots, they realized there was no glory in dying in the mud. It's 1,930. No CGI, no fancy tech, just real smoke, real fear, and real faces. When All Quiet on the Western Front hit the screen, the world wasn't ready. This wasn't the war of posters and anthems. This was the war of broken bones, lost souls, and shattered silence. The camera crawls through the trenches, shoulder to shoulder with boys who should have been in classrooms, not crawling through blood-soaked earth. The air screams with machine guns. The mud explodes, and the lens doesn't flinch. For the first time ever, cinema dared to stare into the face of death. Paul Bäumer runs through the smoke, his friends falling beside him. He dives into a crater, clutching his rifle, gasping for air that smells like fire. His world isn't black and white, it's chaos, dirt, terror. Every explosion wipes away another piece of his humanity. And you can feel it. Because the movie doesn't show war, it makes you feel war. Imagine this, 1,930 audiences sitting in dark theaters, watching this madness unfold. No one had ever seen anything like it. People screamed. Some fainted. Veterans cried, saying, "That's exactly how it was." For them, it wasn't a movie. It was a memory. And yet, amid all that chaos, there are moments of eerie quiet. Paul and his friends sitting in a trench, sharing cigarettes, talking about life. They laugh, they joke, they dream, but their eyes are empty. They've seen too much. They know tomorrow, one of them might not be here. That's the cruelty of war. It makes you live like you're already dead. Then comes the final scene, one of the most haunting in film history. Paul sees a butterfly fluttering just outside the trench. For a moment, he forgets the war. He smiles, reaches out. Bang. A sniper's bullet. And then, silence. Only the sound of wind over the battlefield. A report is fired. All quiet on the Western Front. That's it. No hero, no music, no glory. Just a young man, dead for nothing. And the world moves on. This movie didn't just show war, it exposed it. It told the truth people didn't want to hear. That war isn't fought between countries. It's fought inside the minds of those who survive. The Nazis hated it. They called it weak, unpatriotic. They stormed the theaters, released rats inside to stop the show. But they couldn't kill the message, because this film had already carved its words into history. A scream turned into silence. Nearly a century later, we still make war movies. Bigger budgets, louder explosions, sharper effects. But none have ever hit like All Quiet on the Western Front, 1,930. Because it wasn't trying to entertain. It was trying to warn us. And that warning still stands. Behind every flag, every anthem, every victory, there's a field of crosses. And if you listen closely, you can still hear it. The quiet. All quiet on the Western Front.